Mangekyou Sharingan.
Welcome back to Anime Academy. When it comes to clans, there may be none stronger in all of anime. Today, we're discussing the Uchiha Clan and the power that makes them the most legendary clan in the ninja world of Naruto, the Mangekyou Sharingan. In the world of shinobi, few symbols are as iconic as the Sharingan. It serves as a representation of both power and sacrifice because this power isn't just handed out to anyone. It's awakening, often born from the depths of emotional trauma such as the pain of losing someone close to you. The Sharingan are special eyes with abilities that are only found in members of the Uchiha clan. Once the user awakens it, the iris of their eyes turn red with a differing number of Tomoe seals, and they acquire two powers. The first is heightened perception, called the Eye of Insight. The user can follow movements more clearly and can also completely analyze someone else's techniques. They can do this so well that they can go as far as copying those same movements and techniques themselves. And by analyzing subtle motions from the enemy, the user can even predict how they'll move even before they do. The other power is ocular genjutsu, called the Eye of Hypnosis. The user can cast a powerful genjutsu on someone via direct eye contact. With this trance, the user can force the enemy to experience illusions and be fed hypnotic suggestions. But there's an evolution of this already formidable power, the Mangekyou, or Kaleidoscope Copy Wheel Eye. A Mangekyou Sharingan is distinguished from a normal Sharingan by its appearance, which changes the form of the Tomoe seal. The exact design differs for each user, though all resemble pinwheels. Once unlocked, the Mangekyou grants powerful abilities that differ from user to user, though the abilities may be similar in nature. The abilities may not even be the same for both of a single user's eyes, meaning they could have one ability in their right eye and a completely different one in their left eye. Yet such power comes with a cost. The Mangekyou's power dims with use, leading its bearer towards inevitable blindness. The first Mangekyou ability we are introduced to in Naruto is the Tsukuyomi, used by Itachi Uchiha. Initiated by direct eye contact, this visual genjutsu traps its victim in an illusionary world. Here, the user reigns supreme, manipulating time, environment, and events. Seconds in reality can feel like torturous days within the Tsukuyomi. Through its unprecedented ability to alter target's perception of time, he uses Tsukuyomi to subject victims to days' worth of torture in a matter of seconds. This can include continual stabbing or reliving traumatic events over and over. After making eye contact with the target, Itachi Uchiha traps his opponent in an illusion of his design. Although the brain can be tricked into feeling pain by many different genjutsu, the Tsukuyomi differs due to its time compression effects. Because of this power and the speed with which Tsukuyomi works, normal methods of countering genjutsu are ineffective against it. We've seen this ability used 3 times in Naruto, on Kakashi Hatake and Itachi's own little brother Sasuke Uchiha. And both times, it has left the victim in the infirmary for an extended period of time. The final instance we see of its use is on Itachi's own girlfriend, where he used it to let her experience a happy and full life with him before killing her during the Uchiha Clan massacre. This may be the most bittersweet and ironic use of any power in all of Naruto. Koro Amatsukami is a visual jutsu that casts a powerful yet subtle mind-controlling genjutsu on the target. The technique allows the user to enter the mind of any individual within their field of view and manipulate them by giving them false experiences, but making it seem as if they were doing things of their own free will. It is regarded as a genjutsu of the highest caliber due to the victim being entirely unaware that they are being manipulated. Noted as Shisui Uchiha's ultimate technique, it was highly coveted by Danzo, who later stole Shisui's right eye and had it implanted into his own right eye socket to gain access to this dojutsu. Later, Shisui entrusted his remaining eye to Itachi Uchiha, who implanted it into the eye socket of one of his crows. This crow was later forcibly stored inside Naruto Uzumaki and rigged to emerge only in response to confronting Itachi's Mangekyou Sharingan. Upon activation, Itachi rigged the eye itself so that the genjutsu would give the order "Protect Konoha" to whoever was affected by it. Itachi intended this to be used on his brother in the eventuality that he turned against the village and assumed that he would have transplanted his eyes in order to obtain an eternal Mangekyou Sharingan, which nulls the consequences of blindness. The technique was instead used on Itachi himself after being reincarnated and encountering Naruto during the 4th Shinobi World War. As a testament to its power, it was strong enough to negate Kabuto Yakushi's control over a reincarnated Itachi Uchiha, despite the former's reanimation mind control being considered unbreakable. Of course, with a technique as strong as this, there has to be some drawback, as this power can only be used once per decade. Few fires burn as fiercely and relentlessly as the legendary Amaterasu. Named after the Shinto sun goddess, this jutsu is not just any fire technique. Pitch black flames that defy the very essence of nature, Amaterasu burns with a heat said to rival the sun, devouring everything in its path, be it stone, metal, or even other flames. Once ignited, these flames do not rest. 7 days and 7 nights they rage on, relenting only when their target is ashes. Amaterasu produces black flames at the focal point of the user's vision. In most situations, this makes Amaterasu impossible to avoid. Fitting of their description as never disappearing and immortal, Amaterasu cannot be extinguished through most conventional means and will continue burning until their target is completely incinerated. Only the user can put out the flames. Use of this technique puts a great deal of strain on the user, usually causing their eyes to bleed. Though the user can make Amaterasu incinerate things near instantly when focusing on it, Amaterasu burns fairly slowly normally, allowing targets to remove burning clothes before their body is caught ablaze, or, if it's too late for that, remove the burning body parts before it spreads. While Itachi Uchiha, with his piercing gaze, was the most notorious wielder of this jutsu, his little brother Sasuke would also come to harness its devastating might. Kagutsuchi is a technique which applies shape transformation to the black flames of Amaterasu, allowing the user to manipulate them at will. In Sasuke Uchiha's case, while Amaterasu is cast from his left eye, he uses his right eye to manipulate the flames. Although the power is limited by only being able to be used in conjunction with Amaterasu, it has been shown to have many uses in the story. While using the ribcage state of Susanoo, the user can create a defensive encampment by manipulating the flames to cover it. Converging the flames in front of the user, a barrier of spike-shaped flames can be created that not only shields him, but also pierces and burns any opponent that touches it. The user can wield the flames in their hand without being incinerated, as well as manipulate them into a flexible sword which launches spike-shaped projectiles when swung. The black flames can be used simultaneously with the Chidori to enhance the latter's destructive power. The user wraps it around their sword, increasing its potency. It has only been shown to be used by Sasuke, giving his Amaterasu a distinct power and added versatility compared to other users. Arguably the Uchiha Clan's strongest technique, the Susanoo. Named after the Shinto god of sea and storms, Susanoo isn't anything like these other abilities. It's a giant warrior, a manifestation of the user's very chakra and will. Susanoo is a gigantic humanoid avatar made of the user's chakra, which surrounds them and fights on their behalf. But it's not just a defender. With weapons that accompany it, Susanoo can go on the offensive, delivering blows that shake the very earth. This chakra colossus also evolves, starting as a mere ribcage to a partial avatar, a complete warrior, and for those truly skilled, a fully armored avatar of pure destruction. Though the essence remains, each Susanoo is distinct. Itachi, Sasuke, Kakashi, and Madara Uchiha all have their own distinct versions with different colors, weapons, and more. We first see Itachi's during his fight with Sasuke, then later on we see Sasuke's initial incomplete version of only a ribcage during the 5 Kage Summit. During the war arc, we see Madara's complete Susanoo, and he even makes clones of them to fight all 5 of the Kage. And finally, we see Kakashi's during the fight against Kaguya. After Obito passes on, he gives Kakashi his half of the Sharingan's power from the afterlife? Weird, but we got to see the only non-Uchiha to use the Susanoo and fight alongside Naruto and Sasuke, who at that point had powers of literal gods. Kamui is a space-time ninjutsu that may be the most broken power in all of Naruto. It's wielded by two notable characters in the series, Obito Uchiha and Kakashi. Let's break down its key features. Kamui allows the user to transfer anything to another dimension, making it appear as if the target has vanished from existence. This incredible ability can be used for both offensive and defensive purposes. There are two variations of Kamui, depending on which eye it originates from. Obito's left eye allows the user to make parts of their body intangible and teleport themselves or others to the Kamui's dimension. It grants the ability to travel vast distances almost instantaneously and pass through objects. On the other hand, Obito's right eye, which is in the possession of Kakashi for majority of the series, creates a barrier space around a target, drawing them into the Kamui dimension. It's often visualized as a vortex or whirlpool effect. Objects or individuals sent to the Kamui dimension exist in an expansive void. Without the ability to use Kamui, escape from this dimension is nearly impossible. During the war arc, this power was on full display as it made Obito nearly invincible until Kakashi was able to travel into the Kamui dimension with his own Sharingan to battle him. But against anyone else, it was borderline unbeatable. After going through the abilities of Mangekyou from the Uchiha Clan, it's easy to see why the clan was so feared and held to such a high status in the ninja world. Although it's a long hard path to obtaining, if you're able to awaken your Mangekyou, then you'd instantly become a top ninja. So if you had to pick one of these legendary abilities, which would you choose? Let us know in the comments below.